Gordon the gopher. He's got the right microphone. Yep. Right camera. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. If I do that, that'll get it going. Hello. Who's calling the golden shot? Apple number 3, Mr. Monkhouse. That's not me slurping my tea. I never slurp my tea. Ever. Just recorded and nothing else? No. Timber. One step at a time. Not awake yet. My fingers are rusty. My fingers aren't working this morning. That's a good bit. There's a kind of hush all over the video. There's a kind of hush all over the air. I can hear nothing. I'm all on my own. No, you're not. I'm can't hear me? Yeah, it's you that's. Is your speaker not working?
Oh, I can't get in at all.
Press your volume. It's your speaker,
Who are you talking to?
Carol.
No, that's all right.
I can see her. I can't see you, but I can see her.
I can hear you, and I have no idea how to get in there. I've got all sorts of screens on top of screens. Gordon's not here.
If you do, yeah. Well, that's okay. Well, you should get a little thing come up saying start video.
No, I got. I don't know what that is. I can do Audacity.
Carol's lost her volume. She's got a volume. Oh, she's gone. She said, "I've had enough of this. Bugger off. I'm getting in and I'm coming out and getting back in."
Yeah, don't blame her. I would if I knew how.
Where have you hidden Gordon?
He's out in the caravan trying to get organised. What does that? That says all. Do I press all? No.
What did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
No, it's all right. I'm talking to myself really. Trying to work out. I'll have to go and get Gordon.
What? Start the video.
Yeah.
Right, I'm in, but I can't see you.
Hang on. I'll ask to start video. There you go.
There you are. Okay.
What
Dear.
happened to your volume then?
Who, mine?
Yeah, we could see you, but we couldn't hear you.
I don't know. I went out and came back again. I don't know.
Story of my life, that.
Yeah.
I can hear Gordon now. She's dragged him back off the caravan. He's been out in the caravan, rubbing two sticks together, trying to get it to light.
You're not so loud today.
I'm not at the moment.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's funny, isn't it? You don't touch anything.
It all goes wrong.
Now I'll be louder.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Amazing. I never touched absolutely nothing from the last time I was using it.
Oh.
I think
Chris.
I think I know what it is. Yeah, okay.
Hello, Dave.
Oh.
Hello there, man. How be going on? All right, and
Hang on. Wait till you show me what you're doing.
I don't know what you're on about.
What are all these screens on top of each other?
You've opened a
Oh dear. It's good fun, this, isn't it?
We are floating in a sea of communication problems. Christine's gone AWOL as well at the moment.
Oh.
I don't know. What? I just sit here amused.
Yeah,
You did say it was the 13th.
I did.
Yeah, but it's not Friday though.
I put, and it wasn't a spelling mistake either. It was ruse day. You rue the day. Yeah, funny, isn't it?
Oh, here she is.
Here I am.
They're live.
Morning. Morning, good.
Morning.
Hello, Chris.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Anne. Morning, Joyce. Morning, Carol. Whoever's there.
Morning, yeah. Oh gosh.
I was just saying, Gordon's been out in the caravan rubbing two sticks together, trying to get it to light.
Uh-oh.
Right. It's very serious there.
Yeah. Oh, I am doing the caravan.
Oh, with this.
Okay, bye.
You had to rescue me.
Oh, I thought you'd already gone. I thought you went last week. Was it this week you go?
Yeah, we come back.
They come back special on Tuesdays. It's the most
Oh,
important.
right. Okay.
Going tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow to Ross on Wye.
Mm.
And then we don't come back for a while because we're going to be living in Swanage, an area.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that's nice.
So we will be away for a month.
What's that?
Off the eaten path.
Oh, right.
Very nice.
Pea and bean sticks.
Ah.
If you like
Oh.
crisps, throw crisps away and eat these.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're made out of
These.
lentils
Yeah.
Oh, I think I had those
or
once.
pea
I
and
didn't
beans.
like them. But I don't.
Oh,
I don't
can't
think it might
believe
not
it.
have been that flavour. I don't think mine were in a purpley box.
You can get them like little discs, and
Oh.
they're not they're. I eat either. I love them.
They're very nice. I agree.
If you eat those for a while and then pick up a pack of crisps, you go, oh, what? It's like eating a lump of lard.
Oh gosh.
Mind you,
Oh.
you say that.
They've probably got fat in them.
Potato starch, sunflower oil, white bean flour. It's bean flour, isn't it? And the rest of it's like you don't want to know really. Usual stuff. Loads of them.
Oh, that's it.
Did you have a nice time, Anne?
Yes, thank you, Chris. Yeah, yeah, very good.
Good.
We bought a gazebo with fly screens ready
Oh,
forward, so we got shelter.
Oh, lovely.
And bought one as well.
Anne bought one too.
Yeah. Very, very smart, and they'll be perfect for Kingston Ward.
Brilliant.
So
Look
that
forward to that one. Yeah.
You don't want to get flies on your banana sandwich.
time of year for wasps.
Yeah, getting that way. Well,
Yeah.
towards get into August, they come out, don't they?
Yeah,
Touch wood. I haven't seen many around.
it's a bit early yet, isn't it?
Mm.
It's later when the fruit comes ripe and they end up getting drunk on
Yeah.
and don't care who they sting then, do they? Oh dear.
We had a sparrowhawk in the garden, and he's just killed one of our doves.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Gordon's been clearing it up. I don't know if you know, a sparrowhawk comes along and kills something and then plucks it,
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
oh, God.
feathers, and then he takes the body away.
Oh,
yeah. That's what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's our last dove.
Oh no.
And so,
You've had those for ages. Those
Yeah.
doves.
yeah, they used to sit under the pergola, but they've gone now.
What a shame.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, sorry, that just didn't want to darken the mood too much.
That's fine.
oh,
It's
God.
fine.
Is your fridge working, Chris? Is the fridge working?
Yeah. Sorry, I got funny noises on the coming
Oh.
through.
Oh, that's me.
Someone's trying to make a call, isn't it?
Oh,
Yes, yes. Thank you, Anne. Yes, it is. It's lovely.
that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
We
I'm
just
quite
got a new fridge freezer yesterday, and that's working. So.
Good.
Awesome
That's
stuff.
all right.
Yeah,
I've
all
got that.
So where's Gordon gone now? He's gone up to sort the caravan.
yeah, he's only out in the front,
Ah,
packing and unpacking and
Sawing,
arguing
banging,
down.
banging, sawing, snipping,
Yeah, he's packing.
oh,
Oh,
pumping.
lovely.
Hello, Anne. We'll get you there somehow.
Yeah, it is a bit like that. Yeah, you are right.
You've got nice
Well, no, it's
weather
quite-
coming.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
We can sit by the side of the river and just relax,
Oh, lovely.
right on the edge of the river. Last time we went, it was flooded, but hopefully the river will go down a bit.
Gosh, it was flooded in Hamworthy yesterday. Took Rachel an hour and a half.
Really?
She didn't get Molly to school till 10:30.
Oh,
All down the bottom of Lake Road, they've got like boards out going along on the water. It was up by the fire station, all around Fleet's Bridge.
really?
Really, really flooded. Yeah, really deep.
Full, isn't it?
Mm.
We had it overnight, but don't know how much. But we're not flooded because we're on a hill.
Oh,
If we flood, we just have Noah floating by.
Yeah. No, it's I'm up a bit. I'm up a bit up a little mound as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
If my house is flooded, then the houses across down the road and McDonald's that are being about 14 foot of water. So
yeah, we're higher than
yeah, but
Mm.
Pauline's texted me. She's got someone around cutting her hedge, so she said she might be a few minutes late. I can't remember about Joyce. I can't remember if she said she was away. I think she is. I think she emailed me, and unlike me, I didn't reply. I just sort of went. Sometimes you get an email or someone says something, and you think, I don't know what to say to that. Really, is there?
Yeah, it's difficult.
I did hear from Terry this week again, and he's still not managing to sort out his telephone.
No, I know. He rang me at some point
Oh,
a
right.
couple of days ago.
Yeah.
I've given up sending him a link now. No, tell a lie. I did send him it this morning. But I thought, I was thinking about it, thinking, well, I'll just leave it. And when he's ready, he'll say, here, send me the link. I think what he's waiting for is to grab me at some point.
Yeah.
In a few weeks' time, and say, Dave, how do I fix this phone? He keeps saying things that doesn't make sense. Like, I can't log on to you and things like that. And I'm thinking, the only one thing you got on your phone you log into is your email. So
Yeah. He can't get his password working, he said.
But it doesn't make sense.
I think he's gone back to his old phone, I'm not sure.
It's irrational. It doesn't make sense because you don't need a fat password.
No, but
or anything.
He went back to the shop, and the chap in the shop said he couldn't use Terry's phone because he's not allowed to touch it. So I think the chap in the shop is getting a bit fed up. I don't know.
Terry uses it as a sort of a coffee morning break, you know.
Yeah. But this bloke won't touch it at all now.
Well, it's not Terry's fault. It's just if you do it often and then after a while, if it doesn't work, then you get apprehensive and frustrated, and all those emotions come in, and then it won't work for you at all. Then.
No, I couldn't do it this morning, but I called for Gordon. But Terry's got his son at home, but his son won't let him use the internet for some reason. I don't quite understand what's going on there. But his son won't help him.
I don't think his son doesn't know anything about. He doesn't do mobile. He doesn't do phones.
No, but he does with internet.
Yeah.
He's got Wi-Fi in the house.
Yeah, I know. I always say to Terry, why don't you? All you need is the password, and you can log in.
I know, but he won't give it to him.
Oh, dear.
It's a bit cruel.
Yeah.
I suppose you dilute the bandwidth, and he won't be able to watch whatever he's watching quite as fast as he can at the moment.
Don't know. No idea. I don't
know. Here she comes. My stalling tactics worked. No. Well, my chatty ones. What were we doing last? Oh, we're doing the canal thing last week. I worked hard on that. I've been doodling with that all week.
Morning.
Morning, Pauline.
Hi.
Hi.
You all right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
Good.
How's your hedge?
Yeah, it looks lovely. All nice and tidy. I felt like I was being encroached on where it was getting so thick and tall. So yeah, no, he always makes a lovely job.
Has he got one of those electric things?
No, he cuts it all by hand.
Brilliant.
Oh.
Yeah. He used to be a neighbour of mine, so he's like a friend. So yeah, it looks good. Where's everybody else this morning? Or can I not see them?
We're all here.
Oh yeah, I see Chris now. Hi.
You're hiding again.
I think, I'm pretty sure Joyce is away.
All right.
Ooh, what's that?
Who is that?
Ooh,
Right, I'm back again.
Oh, have you been away then?
Not far. Yeah, I've been on my phone. I've just
Oh,
had
right.
unhappy news from my son and his wife, and my brother, guess.
Oh no.
Yeah, afraid so. She's had a miscarriage.
Oh,
Dear.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
poor. Oh, I am sorry, Chris.
yeah. Sorry. I've just had to make a few text messages round.
that's all right.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. So I'm not going to be a granny after all. Not just yet.
Oh,
You will be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're absolutely devastated, of course, but
Yeah.
How long was she pregnant for?
12 weeks.
Quite a
Oh,
while then.
no. Oh,
Yeah, she thinks she lost it early hours this morning, but she had a scheduled scan this morning,
oh.
so they confirmed it.
Yeah. Oh, how
Yeah,
sad.
yeah, they're still at the hospital, but anyway, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I
Well,
had to say it, but I'm sorry to flatten the news like that. Flatten the morning.
very much. Our daughter-in-law, Vicky, she miscarried twice, and then they've had 3 lovely children since.
Yeah, I miscarried before. Yeah, David. So
Yeah. It's not
I
the
know.
end.
No, I know it's not the end. Anyway, let's
No, it's the beginning of the end.
get back to painting.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's nothing I can do about it at the moment. So I'll just, yeah, sorry.
Give her a hug from me when you see her.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be having a party at the weekend. It's David's birthday on Saturday, and they got a big party, and they were going to tell everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be the big reveal. But never mind. Anyway, sorry.
Always.
Let's get
Yeah. Okay.
right. Come on then. Let's get back to art.
Yeah.
Put your mind off it for a bit.
Well, no, life's just as important. Yeah, we gotta face these things and talk about them. I mean, it's important. I mean,
Definitely.
I've been through quite a few of those in my time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not nice.
Even I'm not saying nothing, but I've got stories that still haunt me now.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
I am.
No, please don't say anything.
No, I'm not going
Can
to.
we just change the subject?
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
did. I played with this one a bit more. Put a bit more into it. Put some white around here, some string. I still think I might do a little bit more. One of my plans was to just put. If I got a couple of bits of paper, put a bit of card or paper, sort of like that, and then lift with a clean water, lift a bit of that out, and then put a little bit of a ray of sunshine on it, just to see if I could do it. One of the things I did discover, I know it has involved spending more money. Well, I bought it ages ago. It's a Sea White of Brighton, or Artie Saver are the people. And I've been buying their riggers for years. And I bought a rigger and off of them, and this is a number 2. And for doing the trees, it's fantastic. I get really nice fine lines, you know. I've got about 3 or 4 of them. There's the Rosemary Evergreen one that I was using for the portraits. That doesn't do it nearly half as well. So what I've done, I'll keep you informed about that, but I've ordered some more riggers from these people, a couple more, but I've got a number 2, so they actually do a number 1, which is even finer.
Mm.
So I'm thinking, you know, for those bloody trees where they're so fiddly, aren't they? And to get that really faint, fine line, it just does your head in sometimes. So I'm thinking, I'm optimistic on that. The other thing I've never even noticed before from from their website, but they do. Chrissy, you might like this. When I get it, I'll shout. I'll give you a shout. But it's their own Sea White cartridge on board. It's double-sided. It's board. They do it in sort of A4, A3, A2 sizes. I think they might do an A1. I don't know. So I'm sort of optimistic that it's thick and you don't need to stretch anything. You just bloody paint on it, you know. So, but it does say on it it's for all media. So I'll keep. There's a bit of a heads up there. If it works, I ordered a pack. It wasn't really expensive. I don't know, 15 quid for a pack of 10 or anything, and that was A2. So if it works and they're double-sided, it could be a game changer. So I packed up all my. I've got. Chrissy might have seen it. I've got a lady coming around at some point. I have a box of canvases everywhere around in the conservatory, in my log cabin, all over the blooming shop. So I wrapped them all up. I've decided, management decision, we ain't gonna do canvases ever. I'm stuck doing what I do. I like doing this watercolors, and I thought, hang on, you're getting a bit old now. Stop diluting what you do. Stick with one thing or another. That's positive. So I bundled them all up. It turned out there were 30 canvases that I could grab, that I could count. I gave up after a while. They're in 3 bin bags, and I got a lady coming around, and I said, and when I looked online, some of the canvases, they're like 8-10 quid for a 24-inch canvas. I thought, got to be worth 65 quid for this lot. So got someone coming around. There was something else I was going to say there quick then. Oh, well, it'll come. I sketched this lady out, and this morning I was looking at it, thinking about the colour of but I'm sort of gone off that. To match colour of a photo is ridiculous. So I'm just going for light and dark and having fun. My paper, I've never done it. I think I've done it one coat of white before, but yesterday I put 2 coats of white watercolour. Well, it's gouache, but it's white watercolour and then sketched on top of that, which I thought, why did I do that? I don't know. Just seemed like, let's see what happens. I just don't care. Just a bit of fun, really. But I was looking at the colours this morning, I was thinking, cool, this ain't going to be as straightforward as you think, is it? And the background as well, what to do about it. But the flesh tints, I started off with thinking burnt sienna, added a little bit of blue to it. Blue? Yeah, blue. I've got a little bit of blue here, hoping that I get a sort of a greyish tone, there you go. Can you see that? It's darker than it looks on there, but it's a bluey grey colour. So I've got in my mind's eye that I need that at some point. And I've got, fortunate for me, or unfortunate, whichever way I look at it, I've got a flesh colour already pre-mixed, but it makes no difference because we can mix up flesh just using Alzerian crimson, bit of red, and add a bit of white to it, which however we want. So red and the yellow gives us a nice tint, and the only difference between the tubey stuff or the pre-mixed tint is it's got white in it. So if I add white, I'm not going to do it because I want to keep my white clean at the moment. I'll grab a bit off a tube. Hang on. Ugh. Some of these whites that I've been buying, so-called watercolor gouache whites. See what I mean? If you just add, see it on the color. If I add white to that color, boom, boom. Why did I spend all that money on the things? And all I've got to do is that. So, but that works quite nice, and you can get your own pinky white, pinky flesh. That looks quite nice that now, doesn't it? I think I might go with that. Not just yet. The other thing I was experimenting with was how to tone or darken the flesh. I mean, it's quite. I think it's quite important. So, if you put, that's really pink, isn't it? I love that. But to make it darker, I was experimenting this morning, just adding bits of green. I think we've been through this before, and it doesn't really do it, does it? But you need to. Green is complementary to red, but it's not working. I think it's one of those. Don't do it. If you've got but I think let's just do another test. That's really quite red. Had the green. Complementary to red is green, so but it's not working for me. So, well, it's getting dark, but you've got to be cautious with it. I think let's wash my brush out again. There's a bit of red. Bit of red. If I tab a bit of green in it, it should go dark. So it's one of those. Yeah, see, being complementary, it doesn't go. It darkens it, not turns it green. So, but sparingly used, you can. Saying that it's gone quite green now. Something to play with when you paint, but there you go. It's gone. It'll make it go quite dark. It's a good way of the complementary colours supposed to make the natural colour go. It's its shadow. So if you want shadow in a colour, you should be using its complementary. But obviously, I've added too much. Background on this one. What we're going to do, Carol? Any ideas?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I look at the picture. You think, oh god,
It can't be too dark, can it? Because of her hair, otherwise it
Mm.
won't show up.
Yeah, I think I might just
See what happens.
I'll do something quickly using a different palette. Not because I'm trying to be confusing and awkward, but because it's got lots of funny colours in it. So I'm just going to use the mop. The woman's hair is quite dark, isn't it? So, or the lady. I can't remember her name now. I don't think I've ever known. But I don't know if she's the artist's wife, or I think do that with make it a bit damp and just quickly look at the image and just whack in. Just look for some dark. I'm just going to put some lines down, pretending that I'm painting books, or intimating that there's something there. But in this palette I'll show you in a sec. I just want to put something in so that I can decide that. That's nice.
What noise?
That's Anne's speakers.
Huh? Me?
I think it might be your speakers chatting in the background. There might be a noise or something. I won't worry about it. I'm not.
Yeah, we've got diggers and builders at the back.
it's just picking up some random noise. So yeah, but the background, I'm just at the moment, this palette over here, I've got plenty of colours to choose. So I'm just sticking my brush in any colour I feel like.
Well, it could be the wind chimes in the garden. I'll shut the window.
Ah, might be, yeah.
That
It's quite,
sounds a bit like that.
it's not an unpleasant sound, don't get.
No, it's very nice. Oh, come here, dog. Come in. In. Yeah, it's all the builders at the back and the wind chimes and the gurgling.
A bit of yellow in here. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just, well, all I'm doing is doing. I just want to put something down, so at some point, but a lot of these books are what I just, because I've made the background wet, so I should be able to get some intimation of books. This, I don't know if I go on about it over the weeks, but one thing is I've been, it's a nice blue bit there, isn't there? Let's get that bit of blue. Blue, blue, blue. One of the things I've been trying, it's not easy to do, but it's worth the effort, is to try and instill painting, moving your arm, not your hand. It's really difficult. After spending so many years doing this, you know, with your hand, to suddenly be doing this with your whole arm to paint takes a bit of thought. Actually, you have to sort of think about what you're doing. I think I was, I didn't mention, I might mention it last week doing the oh, that's good. There's a couch there. Doing the narrowboat, I was finding it partway through. I was thinking, do you know what? I'm not enjoying this. Well, I'm enjoying the painting, but I'm not enjoying the method of painting. I find it so much nicer just grabbing the brush and letting the color and the brush do some work. Whereas when you're doing those sort of things, it tends to be more articulate, doesn't it? You've got to be, I nearly said da-dee-da-dee-da, but I shan't. I nearly took a photo of my, that's give me something to attach to it anyway. Maybe a bit more dots. I nearly sent a picture of my my garden waste bin. I thought better not. It's like something out of a flipping horror movie. It's so full of snails. Of course, they all tromp up towards the top of it. So I have to open it every now and then and knock them all back down the bottom. There must be at least 100 in there now. Well, I thought I'll give them a chance. Otherwise, I'm just stepping on them and doing horrible things. It is so. Ugh. I showed Melanie last night. I said, "Here, come here and have a look at this." And she wouldn't stand close. She's standing about 3 foot away as I open the lid. I said, "Don't be daft, they're not that." I said, "Come closer," and she moved about 2 inches. Oh dear. One of the things I'm going to do today, which I didn't do in the past, was paint, get a little bit of light green. I'm going to. It's sort of an experiment, really, and I'm gonna stick my hand in the wet paint. I'm just going to do a green background on the eyes. Don't know why am I done that? I don't know. Because I found with a lot of the portraits that I've been doing, and it's just the way I'm seeing things. Obviously, it's different. Clint Eastwood and all the rest. Some of the other people, I keep scrubbing the eye right out, back to nothing, painting it white or whatever, and then adding green in. I've got this thing that the base color works, but works nice if it's green. Might be if it's a bit strong, you just sort of dab it out. Just leave it to dry. You get a sort of a nice backgroundy feel to it. The reason I mixed up that grey colour, or attempted to, was because my next stage, rightly or wrongly, was to I've got brushes rolling all over my desk. Was to just look for all the darky, shadowy bits. If it's too dark, well, we'll live with it. You can always add a bit of fleshy white colour. Oh, that's great, isn't it? When you put your first brush stroke down, you think, "Oh, this ain't gonna work." Yeah. You think, oh, I'm doomed. I'm doomed right from the start. Good start. Yeah, could say that. I think it's just nature of the beast. Squint your eyes up. Look for any shadowy bits. It's not. Just look for shapes. And as it, and over here, it's where her hair meets in with the rest of it as well. I don't know what colour to do with the hair. I was thinking about it earlier. I thought, well, don't think this is going to take long, this picture, is it? It's nearly finished. On the homes, she got blue eyebrows. Paint with your arm. Try and move your arm, not your doodah. And a bit more blue, I think I'm going to go. I think it'd be good just to have a bit of fun with colour, really. Just think about, you can also use the side, try and put in some sort of, there's a sort of a shadow under here as well, which I actually put a pencil mark down to remind me that there are there was a light, some sort of difference there. Noses, Chris, we love noses, don't we?
Oh,
Bloody things, yeah. Why do I put myself through this? I don't know. I'm going to let that cool off a minute. And do you know what that is? It's not just me, but I think what I'm going to do is just going to use blue. Just look like a bloody red Indian, or some sort of. I just want to put something down anyway. I don't care, as long as it's because it goes right all over the place, doesn't it? Ooh. One of those magic moments where you think, if I faint now, that'd get me out of this, wouldn't it? We've got to put something down, haven't we? Some sort of colour. Otherwise, her hair goes right the way down, doesn't it? It's not such an easy subject as you told me it was. But I don't. Just a bit of background doodah. I'll put that there just for the sake of it. The other day I was thinking about portraits, and I think, why don't you just maybe we'll try it at some point. Why not just mix up a really nice flesh tone and sort of almost paint in reverse and do the whole sort of body in a light flesh tone first. Doesn't matter what it is, does it? And then this is the rain brush, and then sort of look for the dark bits afterwards. Trouble is with that, you'll lose them. The dark bits, that is. So you need to put them on relatively soon. And that was the key. What we should have done, look, is added a little bit of blue to the flesh, and that's given me a much nicer tone to this area. I did send the black and white image as well, because it does show the tonal values, the nice shades, shadows, and what have you, which is what we're always looking for. I think I might need introduce a bit of white on this. As I was saying earlier, what I found with the white is they're so different. They're all some are grainy. This one's grainy, and when you paint with it, hello. I'm just trying it out here, adding a little bit of balance. The background's not helping me at all here today. I was optimistic that it would. Not pulling her out, is it? She's not bursting. Oh, nearly finished now. I'm on a roll run. Well, I suppose if you're at the end of the pier doing portraits, you can't hang about. No, we're not at the end of the pier, but if we were, people would be expecting their work of art much quicker. Matter of water, paint, and just slap it on. I'm not convinced that putting 2 layers of white is helping me or not really. I think the jury's out on that one. I think the flat brush is the way to go to start off with. Do you think this lady's strikes me as being Spanish? Nobody. I didn't think she looked. She has that sort of air of senorita about her. Maybe. Trying to mix up a lighter grey. Just add some blue. You can practice on the side here. Trying to get that nice tone. While my paint's damp, I can brush it in quite nice before I try and look for the shadow bits. All you can do is squint your eyes up. I'll attack her lips in a minute. The beauty of doing it with the white is, like I say, as it dries, we can sort of just smooth it in. We need a clean brush, and away you go. It's a bit of a dark bit on her chin, I think.
Okay. Okay. I know what you're doing.
You should at one point sort of say, "I don't believe you." Never. I'm coming back. Yeah. Did everybody do a canal boat one, a narrowboat one?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Sorry.
have. I'm a week behind, so
Yeah, I started. No, I haven't really. No, I'm not going to send mine in.
I've drawn it, but I haven't coloured it yet.
I'm looking at mine, thinking, shall I, shan't I?
I quite liked it. I thought it was rather nice. But I haven't coloured it yet.
No, shall I, shan't I? Hang on, it's trouble here. I'm trying to rub my tummy and my head at the same time. I was thinking of adding a couple of figures in mine. It's a bit of bit strong, Dave. Yeah, tell me about it. I thought she could do a nice. I don't know why, but you might have noticed I've just using this rose madder or whatever colour it is. Did use a heck of a lot of it. It's more like fuchsia to me, but a lot of people seem to wear it on their. It seems to be quite dominant in clothes. The reason I painted the two layers of white on the paper was in the hope that as I put this new coat of, or start painting it like this, that the underneath white would sort of release itself and add to my make the brush strokes nice and smooth, and add you can see it is actually, it's sort of releasing it a bit. Well, it's a feeling more than a seeing, isn't it? You have to be sort of pushing the brush on the paper to realise that it's actually making it flow better, which is, I suppose, really what I'm trying to achieve is what I'd get if I was painting in oils, where it's sudden, you paint something and it takes 6 months to dry. I haven't touched the white for a few weeks that I did on the watercolor the other day. Can't remember where it is now. I'll have a look in a minute. So I remember saying it was last week. A week later, it was still wet. If you touched it, it came off in my hands. So goodness knows what's happening. I'm just adding water to this, by the way. Gonna have to get a wiggle on here, aren't we? Try and find some. It's blocking in, isn't it? That's all I'm doing. But the reason I'm going mad with the brush is getting that feel of releasing the paint underneath the white that I put in, because I'm spreading. It's just such a large area, isn't it? You can't ignore it. You can see that what was really dark there is now starting to go fainter. So that part of it's been a success. Oh well. So pleased with myself. The slug man of Christchurch. No snails and slugs. The slugs are crafty. They're great contortionists. They sort of dissolve themselves, and they can manipulate. Somehow they can get under the lip of the bin. You lift it up, and they're just on the outside of it. How the hell? That's amazing. How they do it is beyond me. Right. Let's give it a white brush. What are we looking for? Oh, hang on. I just want to see. Just get a nice bit of. It's a sort of want a bit warmth in that. Not quite that. What's that colour? Rose Madder. It is seriously strong. You don't want to mess with it. Just looking for a nice pinky colour pinky fleshy colour. Well, I'm going to go in with it anyway, but it's probably not going to be my greatest moment. Paint with your arm, Dave. Yeah, I'm trying my bloody best. Notice no teeth on this woman. No teeth showing. Supposed to make it easier, isn't it?
Hopefully.
Well, poor old Clint. He needs to go to a dentist. Everyone, I wasn't that. See, that's sort of teed itself back now, quite nicely. I'm almost tempted to just blend it in a bit using clean water on the brush. So I've got the underlying colour. Got to watch that fuchsia on the top though. Let's add a bit of white in here and a little bit of the dark colour. Try and find some shadow again, trying to find it back. There's a lot here, isn't there? Her lipstick's a bit strong. I think I don't know. I'm not happy with the skin colour. I'm just not getting the blend that I was hoping to achieve. I've worked really hard trying to think up this. Never mind. Right. going. Don't give up. No, I'm not going to give up. I'm keep going. Right. It's still looking for value shapes. Shapes of tone. Not worried about that. That'll come out. It's a dark line all the way around here. Using that tissue. Her hair make the big difference will come when we put some tone on the hair. At the moment it looks ridiculous because it's blue, but whoops. She fell off her perch. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm getting there. I can feel I need some. At some point you think, oh, I'm going to need to get back to the drawing board. Try and look up for some white, some change. Poor girl. There's a bloke on one of the Dorset art websites keeps painting his wife. Every time he puts one on there, I think, God, that poor woman. She must be really enamoured with this bloke. It's one of those things about art, isn't it? It's a bit like singing as well, singing songs. You see it on X Factor, don't you? They come on and they sing out of key, absolutely awful, but they don't hear it. It's the same with art. That's why you don't see how bad it is, or equally how good it is. So it is a double-edged doodah. Yep. Thank you, Mum. And so I've just got a little bit of light colour on my brush, and I'm just teasing it around. And her eyes are the wrong colour as well, so don't panic, Captain. Panic? Well, what I will do is mix up a load of dark colour. I've got that blue already underpainted on her hair. I think I might need a round brush rather than a. Cool. That was my tummy.
I thought I heard that.
Yeah. Thought, what the?
That's those chip things you've been eating.
I haven't eaten any today. I only eat things like that once in a while. Once after lunch, yeah. Carol, this is your bit.
Right. I'll try.
I'm not a flipping hairdresser, but I'm trying to find some shapes and some things, but I'm conscious of what's going to happen because you can do so much now. I mean, with you can see the idea of putting the blue, light blue underneath, just so that I've got something within there. But I must admit, it's not going to be easy. One thing you must. She's got that curl there, hasn't she? Don't want to lose it. It's a tendency is to don't want her to look like Medusa. That's where I've seen her before. Don't look in the mirror. I don't know. It's a learning curve, this painting, Laura. I'm not 100% sure on the best way to achieve the ringlets sort of feel to it. Get that rigger out later and put some twirly bits like so on, especially while it's still wet. We can whack some curls on. Yeah, I'm conscious of it. It's not so easy when she's not stood there. Don't want to give her a moustache, do I? I mean, cool. Unforgivable, that'd be. Try to find. I don't think you're going to be able to get the. I think I've lost the warmth out of this picture. Don't know why. Well, if I knew why, I'd try and fix it, but I don't know why. She's looking colder than I wanted. Maybe it's the background, I don't know. Not enough. Well, we're stuck with these colours now, so we're going to have to keep going. There, moustache. No, she deserves more than that. Well, I'm glad that it's turning out to be harder than I thought. Because every week we keep doing these easy pictures.
They're not easy.
What I'm trying to find is a more relaxed flesh tone. That's what I'm struggling with here, to be quite honest. Maybe this could be a picture that would have been easier, or what's the word? Not easier, more interesting to start using it as a black and white picture, because there's a definite. Yeah, that's better. As it dries off, you can start teasing a little bit more white in. Plus the fact we haven't done her eyes yet, so. And I need more. There's a hint of an earlobe over here, which can dab in. Poor thing. She won't be able to hear a thing with the way I'm painting it. Let's lift a bit off. Get the rain brush out again. And try. It's got like a curve on it. a matter of balance, waiting for me the brush to paint to dry. Yeah, I can see what the issue is now. That's fine. Just need to get rid of that bit over there, and I'll be on a rower. Makes it look like Mick Jagger at the moment. Poor old thing. Try and get that to fade away. Right. Any idea what colour her eyes actually are? Sort of, yeah, it's normal, isn't it? Sort of a blacky brown colour. Or dark. Pretty dark, anyway. Let's go. Don't muck about, Dave. Ooh. Big blob of paint on there. Yeah, okay. Makes a big difference, doesn't it? Will do when it's dried back a bit. Got about 3 different riggers here. Add a bit of blue. Say the only problem with adding the white is it does tend to make the colours in your palette go decidedly milky. If you're using the rigger, you can't you have to use your whole arm to paint it. Just waiting for that area to dry off a bit. It's watercolour, see? Watercolour. I don't know what that... Who's drinking out of that straw again? What I'm going to do in a minute, I've got it in my mind's eye, is to it's definitely a dark area there, and there's a dark same sort of dark area over here. It's drying. It's I'm getting there. How long have we got? Open the box. That's better. Open the box, Mr. Moncase. It's so intense, isn't it? Painting portraits. It's just a different. Keep losing my my brush. Come back, you swine. So much more intense. Oh, when he came back with a vengeance, that one. Ooh, I'm just going to sit down a minute. Stick my hand all in the wet paint. Maybe not. Lift a bit off of there. She's got blooming eyeliner on. So we're going to have to find that. My rigger's not rigging. It's all right. I wanted to put my hand down on, but everything's so wet. It is quite. She has got quite large eyes. Cleopatra. And this one. Go there. I think I need some blue. I need to refresh my blue. But I have got some cerulean over here, so I'll have a go at that. Just a little bit of blue. I think this could be a more of a, well, take me out off to the bloke. Painting this picture is much more, not as easy as you think. Come here, but we ain't finished yet. Nah. Nah, nah, nah. Oops, got blue everywhere. Give me some a bit of pinky colour. It's just need to lift a bit off here. Excuse me, madam. I've lost her eyes. They're not so warm as they should be either.
Yes. I've never checked the dead one. I think the chocolate's had it, isn't it? You know, it's not just enough to go clunk. Because the tango spaghetti, I'm using the new wires. I'm trying to take things it's got like that. No, I'm not doing any programming or anything. It's doing that sort of process. You set it up for the end.
Why are you changing the vessel?
Because we've got a quarter of the gas bottle left. Okay? And a full. Well, you're only going to Ross for a week.
As I say, we take the quarter
Oh, really?
and run it out. They might have one up there.
Well, you can start chasing around with keep the gas bottle in the
The
back of
BP
the car.
garage used to have it.
Yeah.
It's like a little barber shop. Used to be a barber shop, wasn't it? Sorry, we were chatting about camping. Go away. I've sent him on his way then.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
We were talking about gas bottles. You can't get Calor gas at the moment.
Really?
Hmm.
Wonder why that is. Is it
Well,
so much?
Hundreds of extra caravans and motor vans this year, and Calor can't supply all the bottles.
Yeah, yeah. That rings. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's also a byproduct of petrol, and of course with lockdown, nobody was driving or anything, so no petrol was used.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that made a shortage as well.
Yeah.
So between the two, it's just impossible.
Awesome. Let's get my infamous tissue going. See if we can tidy this poor woman up. Still need to lighten the lips quite a lot, yeah.
Mm.
And she has got higher cheekbones and
Yeah.
that need to be sort of, and the line from her eye there comes down this way, I notice. You see what I mean? As soon as you do that, it makes it look a lot lighter. And she has got quite a thin upper lip. we can address. It's just flesh, isn't it? It's try and thin it out, warm them up a bit, soften them up is the word I think I'm looking for.
She's got no eyebrows, they're penciled on.
Yeah, I noticed that, and when I'm looking at the photo, it's you can see the line
Yeah,
sort of around there where her eyebrows are.
yeah,
It's quite disconcerting when you're doing the picture.
yeah. Her eyebrows match her eyeliners.
Yeah, it's sort of a blue colour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's quite. When you come to paint it, you'll spot you'll come to the conclusion that I am like flipping out. This isn't easy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're gonna have to find some cooling, soothing bits where you're gonna have to. The trouble is you sort of have to, in a way, sort of chase yourself around the picture, because you could, being the sort of media that it is, you can't add and work too long in one area, because you've got to wait for it to dry, or just not. It doesn't dry as such. It just sort of sets off enough so that you can, like, I haven't been near. Hang on, push that back a bit. I haven't been near her chest at all for quite a while. A, because I lost the bloody brush a few minutes ago. Keeps rolling underneath the thing because I've got a slight tilt on. But I'm sort of waiting for it to. It doesn't dry completely, but what it does do, it just sort of goes off enough where I can come back with a damp brush,
Yeah.
and just smooth any hard lines out and make it look almost respectable.
Mm.
Same with the bottom here. You see, as this is dried, I can now. It's almost like doing bloody makeup. Putting powder, I can sort of tease the brush. And oops, too much. You just need. It doesn't have to be wet. It just needs to be slightly damp, and you can push the paint around. I'm not unhappy with what I've done here. I don't know how I'm off time, but I think it's not an hour picture. I think it's one that's going to need a bit of extra effort. There's more detail that we need to tease out, which is good. I don't want it to be straightforward. Like, that's the wrong bit there, see? Now that bit should come down there. And I've got that bit should be there. And the bit on that I put in originally, that should be a white colour there. And I think I can lift that off. Gonna have to have a real hard look at her nose. Try and get that, bring it back. It's definitely. I can see who it is, but I can't. There's something fundamental that I need to. Let's take up Tiddlywinks. But like we say, it's a portrait, a painting, not a bloody photo. So you've got to, even I'm doing it. You keep thinking in those terms, don't you? That it's I am. I just think I need a white bit sort of there. Amazing, isn't it? You just put one little bit of colour and it changes the whole picture has changed just by a little bit of try and find some highlights. Yeah, I don't think she'll be too pleased with this. And don't forget we haven't got any I haven't put any highlights on her eyes yet, so I need to address those. Anyway, at some point, this is the first woman I've done, isn't it? I think it is. I can't remember.
Queen.
Yeah,
Green, yeah.
the first lady I've tried to paint. So maybe I
You
need to
did the
work.
Queen, Dave.
Oh, we did the Queen, yeah. Oh, yes. Well, thanks for reminding me. It's one of my favourites. Did a good job of that.
Mm.
Still waiting for the Mona Lisa.
I got so much abuse over that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was people sending me texts saying, "No way."
Oh, I want to do that one.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Good.
We're definitely going to. The next, we're going landscapes next week.
Hmm.
Um,
I won't be there.
well, you can do it when you're away. Well, it's Whittington Castle, which won't be that far away from where you're going to be.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, okay. I can pick it up when I go out and get the signal.
That's right. Yeah. You can always have a laugh watching our Dave struggle with a pit. So, I mean, we're trying to achieve a masterpiece in an hour is really not on really, but like I think if you can get the base the components there and then walk away, come back during the week and just add a few extras like her hair. I mean, to sit down and do that justice, you've got to sit down and start looking for highlights and putting little highlights in here and there, and the fact that she's got a really lovely sort of squirrels coming down here and there with your rigger and one thing another. So it's really, and there's a that brush it's determined to lose me. This little flat brush I've got. Oh, plus the fact. Well, I'm not disappointed with this. I think I'm on the right track here.
Yeah.
To be quite frank with you, I can see some work around her eyes and that. I'm not fussed about that. I'll sort that out. And I'll change the background. I'll probably text Carol and say, what colour would you like? I just love doing them. I'm going to frame George up for the Muddyford Arts Festival next week. I've got that painting and I've looked at it again and again, again a few times, and I thought, do you know what? Don't do anything to it. Leave it alone. Leave it warts and all. A lot. It looks like a portrait then, and it's. I think your first attempt or impression is always, no matter what you do, these watercolors is always the best one. The first attempt, I don't care. And we've got darks to put in on her coat, which will, on her jacket, which will change a lot of it. Yeah, I think her face looks a bit harsh. I think I need to lighten it up considerably. Well, at least find some lighter areas. Over here, for instance, and blend it in. And there's cheeky areas here. And over here it needs to be lighter to bring out her nose. And then there's a light bit going up there and across, well, that matches there, doesn't it? And under here and down here and across there. Just put in some highlights that I can work with when it dries back a bit. Yeah, I think I'm still struggling with her lips though, because I think they're more, I don't know, maybe it's a bloke thing, but they're more sensitive than I've got them. Curves there. That's a bit better. It will dry back. I've got a nice white bit there. Yeah, the components are there. The only bit I'm really having doodahs about is her nose. Definitely comes out further, comes out to about there, doesn't it? Looking at the space between, it's more rounded. What's that? No, it's not right. It's not far away. I'll have to have a think about that. A little bit of a, yeah, it's not too bad. Just needs lightening off there. Pull off some colour on there and darken it down there. Yeah, look at that. Just a few bits of white, and as they're drying, it's bringing her a little bit back to reality, a bit warmer. Poor thing. She didn't deserve me.
Deserve us.
Well, I think I'm not 100% about the eyes. My left eye's not looking too bad. The right one, I just think there's more just in here, this area. There's more of a, because she hasn't got soft, warm eyes. They are quite hard. The more I look at it, the more I think they're not scary, but they're more piercing than the Queen's. That's no more than we'd expect, really. Mom. Yeah. Well done, Dave. We're almost there. I think I'm going to put some more shadowy, just a few more darks there. I'm running out of darks. Just a bit more there, a bit more there, and then when it's dried back, I'll tidy up the nose and a few other spots. Meantime, what we'll do, just because we're having a laugh, so I've got my mop in my hand, so anything can happen now. Give me a colour. Right. I'm just going to use the mop to make all this area damp first, then see what happens. This is this should be a bit of fun really, because, or a bit interesting, because I'm going to use a totally complementary colour, which is the sort of Viridian type green, but it is complementary to the being wet, it will flow. I just want to make change for the sake of making change, really. Make a big difference, just to show you that juxtaposition and all the rest of it can really make a difference. So even though you're not, you're never stuck in limbo, you can always add. And just by, if you think your pictures or your paintings not going the way you want, sometimes changing the background. My favourite colour is the orange, but it gives you and these mops are really great because you can get quite close to the subject and tease it out. I love orange. It's a good base colour as well, because with orange you can add so many nice, it adds glow as well. Maybe next time if I remember, might take a leaf out of that thought and add a lot more orange, because it tends to, if you do it in the background, it gives a painting, you get a glow. Just look at a Turner. Any of his paintings, they've got that glow. It's almost like he's painted them gold first, and it's part of that thinking that I've got. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Only thing I notice a lot, it's done it now, with this palette, when you're standing up, paint goes from one box to the other.
Tell you, Rodney, the humour is shown how not the signal.
That's what I said, don't you?
I'll talk to you later.
You're back in the house.
No,
Tune it there.
Just tidy up a little bit if I can. Once the background's dried off, I might make it even more, might even go even darker on it. I think what I can do what I should do is mix up some really nice dark areas and put a line just to remind me that her hairline goes down this side as well. Naughty. Well, it's just to say that once even though it won't go too well because I've made the background, but you can see that changes it completely just by doing that. But it will spread because the background's white, but I wanted to put it in to say, you know, the hair will frame the rest of the face. Yep.
Yeah.
I reckon it's over to you guys now. Your turn next. I'm not going to. This isn't finished by a long shot because I'm going to spend a bit more. Well, I think I'll do what I do most weeks lately. Is I'll leave it on here, and I'm tinkering and messing about now, but and then over the next week, like I did with the narrowboat, I'll end up tweaking it and lifting bits off, adding bits on. But at the moment, okay, it's not a bloody masterpiece, but it's a warm up to the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
For sure, because she's got a lot of the features are the same. See, I can lift that off now. I will do. And it will frame. It'll work really well. But yeah, a lot of the features here, I can see similarities for the Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa. Yeah, and you can just sort of blend it back in. Need to bring her arms back up as well. That'll frame it up. Well done, Dave. I was a bit worried about this one, but her hair's not right. But the base is there. I know that once that's dried back, I'll bring her back. I'll have it, and I think having a good look at the black and white one will help as well, because you can, like, over the next week, I'll be looking at this thinking, yeah, I can see where the highlights are now a little bit more and tweak them out. But the hair is not going to be easy, but I think the black and white one will make the hair much easier, especially for me. But the key bit of the hair at some point will be using a thin brush and some white and looking for the highlights. And once you start doing that, then you'll bring all the character of all those little ringlets will suddenly turn out. See what I mean? And then it will suddenly become much tighter and cleaner. I won't put too many on because I'm only going to rub them out in a minute. Yep. I reckon you can have a go now. What time is it?
10.
Oh, that's not too bad. It's not. It's not going to dry out quick enough to do much more. Yeah. I'm going to leave it. And some tidy up areas, isn't there? You can sort of end up tinkering too much. Tinker. Tinker, tinker. Let's have a think. Stand back and have a look, and then come back and attack with gusto. Oh, I think let me think. I was just looking at the black and white one and thinking maybe that could add a maybe it's more important, more of a key to the overall effect than getting bogged down with color is, you know, because looking at the black and white's got much more. Look for the areas of white and add them in. See if you can warm. Oops, watch it. That's all right. There's areas down here, isn't there? Once you start adding some white, look for the highlights, warming it back up. I think that ringlet is distracting me, to be quite honest. Looking forward to getting that new paper to see what that does. I've got a funny feeling that'll be really great for portraits. So really, it's at that stage where you're sort of painting like you would an oil painting, because the last colour you're looking for highlights and just adding the whites, adding white to it, try and bring it, tease out some of the areas. I think that's the thing to bear in mind and remember, is that which is what we're doing, is starting off looking at the original, thinking where are all the shadows, where the darks are, and then at the end, same as you would in acrylics or oils, starting to look for the highlights and adding those in. She's got a really big one at the end of her nose, hasn't she? Sort of. And once you start teasing them in, just look. We've done that. We started off, or should have. The plan usually is start off looking for the darks, all the dark areas, and then towards the finish, or not the finish. You never finish portraits, I don't think. Now, at this point, you're looking for really. Don't be afraid. Just look for lighter areas and add them in. See, and it'll suddenly change the whole thing. The paper's saying, I'm getting changed here as well in a minute. I can see it's lifting up. I'm going to dig a hole through it in a minute. But yeah, once you start looking at I think if you keep an eye on the black and white image, and look for the highlights that, when you get to this sort of to the final, and then you can start bringing them up and look for. She's got those high cheekbones, hasn't she? So we can add them up here, and she's changed. This picture is ridiculously how it changes just by putting one dollop of paint on, one dollop of highlights, and you'll find them. Just keep sort of looking at the black and white image, and the rest of the picture is sort of history, really.
She looks a lot softer now.
Yeah, well, that's what I say. It's a matter of looking for the highlights, and the beauty of doing it this way, using this sort of wet technique, if you like. I can't fix this area over here because that is really is wet, but as I said, you can't do it in acrylics, but you can do it in the watercolors. It's because it will rehydrate. So over the next few hours, next few days, that's looking quite good there, because she has, sounds a horrible thing, but she has got that hard. There is a hardness. I think it's the eyeshadow liner, what Anne said earlier, that makes it. I'll just add a bit of blue. I thought I was going to add, but I ended up adding a heck of a lot of blue. Oh, well, struggling to get decent colour. But she's got those. I can't get a dark enough colour, But once you get the rigor, you can just sort of tease in a little few bits on where she's highlighted her eyelashes and things like that, and it will suddenly, you'll get some of that warmth back. Just look for, yeah, that's better. See what I'm saying though? It's never ended. It's never ended. Just when you think you've had enough, and it's all going swimmingly, you spot something and you think, oh, hang on here. Like, she has got a nostril, so we need to put in a sort of darker shade area for that. I think, as Chrissy always was saying, hate noses. I think they are an acquired taste, and you have to practice them quite a lot. Quite a lot. That's an understatement, but just need to tease them out. Yeah. Well, that's better than it was 10 minutes ago. Better than it was an hour ago.
Yes, another challenge.
Well, we ain't doing it for fun. Well, there is an element of fun. I think I nearly said we ain't doing it for fun, but we are, but it's not the sort of fun. Challenge is the better word, because the reward's better when you finish. It's so rewarding to get to that stage where, that's not looking so bad. In your heart of hearts, you think, yeah, that worked out okay. Once it's dried back. Sorry, love. Yeah, but as it dries back, you can do it with acrylics as well. You can just use damp brush and tease just blend the edges across. That's all you want to do. Just soften them down. It's difficult when it's soaking wet. The big mistake was putting that bright colour on her lips, because I've spent the last too long really trying to tone it back down. So every time I put an extra bit of white on it, it becomes even less of a hindrance to me painting. Once you do it, stick with it. It's just little areas, just looking for little areas of shape and shadow. And this is why these portraits are so important to our journey as artists. It makes you see what you're trying to achieve and paint so differently. It's additive to our skills, not negative. Making us better picture painters, there's no doubt about it. And I think the more of these we do, the more confident we're going to be. Even Melanie says that. She says, I can't believe how far you lot have come since you've been doing this. It's so. I said, yeah, I think it's because we're setting time aside and saying, this is what we're going to do. Unlike that down here. Looks like she's lost her arm. Well, yeah. I'm not perfect, but I can see that the reason is it needs a dark area here to highlight it, which I'll do. That's just sort of a browny colour there. Well, there's a chair behind her, isn't there? On the actual doodle. So we'll put something on. Yeah, that's better. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll tease out some shadow on her arms. But I don't want to do too much perfect now because it gives me nothing to do for the rest of the bloody week. Because I quite enjoy sort of sitting down. And you look across and think, yeah, that needs a bit of that there, needs a bit of that there. So you sort of do a bit. But I'm not doing too bad. Just scumble her hair about. Not forgetting there's some curls there that I'm not going to put on because I'm still going to work on the face. And I need to tease that, clean that up a bit, this area where it was totally wet. But I can lift it out.
I'm going to go, folks. Thank you very much.
Okay, Chris, take care.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks, Dave.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
That's better. I pressed the button on my thing and I'm talking away and I'm going, hello, Pauline, are you asleep? Can you hear me?
I can now.
But yeah, I did think it was a bit strange. I thought, well, obviously you're thinking.
No, I was. Yeah, I am thinking. I was just thinking out loud, saying once I redo the background, surround and tighten it up over the next few days. I can't. I mean, for a flipping hour or whatever. But
Yeah, no,
the the main ingredients are there. The recipe's partly is in the oven. It just needs tweaking a bit, and I'm sure I will. I was
Right.
thinking,
very good.
Yeah, I've got to go now anyway, so it's lovely. Thank you.
So am I.
Yeah,
you
We'll
know
see
what?
what we can come up with.
time's up.
Yeah.
I think
Okay then.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
so.
Hmm.
Right then. See you next week.
Yeah, bye, Carol.
Have a good holiday, Anne.
Yeah, have a nice holiday, Anne. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
Dave. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Thank
Anne.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Gordon.